Welcome to our channel. Now I know what you're thinking. Conversation camp sounds dreadful, right? Do I have to bring a sleeping bag? Well, fret not, my loves, because this isn't about awkward icebreakers or building fires with damp twigs. No, this is about mastering the art of conversation, something that, let's be honest, some of us could use a little help with. Whether you're a wallflower or a social butterfly, these top 10 rules will have you chatting up a storm in no time. Rule number 1. It's all about the small talk. Let's start with the basics, shall we? We're not talking about Dostoevsky here. Just a little chin wag to break the ice, ask about their day, comment on the weather? Yes, even the weather, or pay them a compliment. The key is to be approachable and genuinely interested. People can spot a phony a mile off, and nobody wants to feel like they're being interviewed by someone who'd rather be flossing with barbed wire. Relax, smile, and remember, everyone has something interesting to say. And remember, it's a two-way street, my friends. Let them get a word in edgewise. Listen attentively, not occasionally, even if you're thinking about what to have for dinner, and for goodness sake, put the phone down. Rule number 2. Open up and say, so we've mastered the art of small talk, haven't we? Bravo. But now it's time to delve a little deeper, to move beyond the pleasantries and into the art of truly engaging conversation. And how do we do that, you ask? By asking open-ended questions, my friends. Think of them as magical keys that unlock the treasure chest of someone's personality. Instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" Try something like, "What was the highlight of your day?" It invites them to share a story, to reveal a little bit more of themselves. And while they're busy spilling their guts, remember to listen. And I don't mean just passively nodding along like a bobblehead doll. Pay attention to their body language, their tone of voice, the way their eyes light up when they talk about something they love. Rule number 3. It's all about the delivery. All right, my little chatterboxes. We've got the questions down. We're practically oozing genuine interest. But there's one crucial element missing the delivery. First things first, eye contact. And no, I don't mean that creepy, unblinking stare that makes people want to check if you've got a pulse. Just a nice natural connection that says, "I see you, you're interesting, and I'm not about to steal your soul." Next up, body language. Stand tall, shoulders back, channel your inner Beyoncé. Confidence is key, my friends. And for goodness sake, uncross your arms. You're not a bouncer guarding the gates of conversation. You're a welcoming committee of one. Clarity is key. Speak clearly, enunciate, and try to avoid those pesky filler words like and like. And finally, my loves, remember to pace yourself. Conversation is a marathon, not a sprint. Rule number 4. Introverts unite. Now I know what you introverted lovelies are thinking. All this talk about sparkling wit and holding court is giving me palpitations. Fear not, my wallflower friends, because introversion is not a conversational death sentence. First things first, preparation is key. Having a few topics up your sleeve can be a lifesaver in those awkward silences. And while you're at it, brush up on your active listening skills. Introverts are often naturally gifted listeners, so use that to your advantage. Remember, even the most introverted among us can shine in a conversation if we choose the right moment to step into the spotlight. Authenticity is always more engaging than trying to be someone you're not. Rule number 5. Listen up, Buttercup. Now, I know you've heard it a million times before, but listening is crucial to a good conversation. First things first, put the phone down. I know it's like an extension of your hand, but trust me, the world will not end if you disconnect for a few minutes. Give the person in front of you the gift of your undivided attention. Next up, make eye contact. Not the creepy soul-stealing kind mind. You just a nice natural connection that says, "I see you, I hear you, and I'm not about to interrupt with a witty anecdote about my cat." Now here's the tricky part, actually listening to what they're saying. And I don't mean just waiting for your turn to speak. And while you're listening, use those nonverbal cues to show you're engaged, not occasionally smile at the appropriate moments. And finally, my friends, ask follow-up questions. It shows you're paying attention and genuinely interested in what they have to say. Rule number 6. Words, words, words. All right, my little chatterboxes, we've tackled listening. Now let's talk about the other half of the conversational equation, actually using our words. First things first, vary your tone. Nobody wants to listen to a monotone drone. Inject some life into your voice. Raise it when you're excited. Lower it for emphasis. Whisper a scandalous secret. Just have fun with it. Next up, banish those filler words. You know, the ones, those pesky little utterances that creep into our speech like uninvited guests at a party. Now let's talk about pace. Conversation is a marathon, not a sprint. Take your time, let your thoughts breathe. And while we're on the subject of connection, let's talk about vocabulary. Be mindful of the words you choose and how they might be perceived by the person you're speaking to. And finally, my friends, remember that words have power. They can build people up or tear them down, so choose your words wisely. Rule number 7, spice up your life. Now, my little conversationalists, we've covered the basics. Listening, speaking, not looking like you'd rather be undergoing a root canal. But how do we take our conversations from May to magnificent? How do we transform them from mundane exchanges of pleasantries to sparkling displays of wit and charm? The answer, my friends, lies in the art of engagement. First things first, ditch the small talk. Once you've established a rapport, it's time to delve a little deeper. Ask thought-provoking questions, share your passions, reveal those hidden depths that make you the fascinating creature you are. Stories are the spice of life, my friends, so don't be afraid to sprinkle them liberally throughout your conversations. Finding shared interests is like discovering a conversational goldmine. It gives you something to bond over, something to laugh about, and something to talk about when the conversation starts to wane. Rule number 8, embrace your inner social butterfly. Now, my little socialites in training. We've talked the talk, we've walked the walk, but there's one crucial ingredient missing: social skills. First things first, empathy, my friends. It's the secret source of social success. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Next up, patience. Patience. Not everyone is blessed with the gift of gab. Some people are shy, some are introverted, and some just need a little time to warm up. Now, let's talk about open-mindedness. The world is a big, beautiful, messy place full of people from all walks of life. And guess what? They're not all going to agree with you. Shocking, I know. But instead of seeing this as a threat, embrace it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to expand your horizons. And speaking of stimulating and enlightening, let's talk about boundaries. Just because you're trying to improve your social skills doesn't mean you have to be everyone's best friend. So, my friends, go forth and socialize. Be empathetic, be patient, be open-minded, and most importantly, be yourself. Rule number 9, the conversational cheat sheet. All right, my little chatterboxes, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? But fear not, my dears, for I have prepared a conversational cheat sheet, a handy little guide to keep in your back pocket for those moments when you find yourself tongue-tied in a need of a conversational lifeline. First things first, remember the 3 S's: smile, spark, and share. A genuine smile can light up a room and instantly make you more approachable. Spark a connection by asking engaging questions and showing a genuine interest in the other person. And don't be afraid to share your own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Vulnerability is not a weakness, my friends. It's a superpower. And finally, my friends, remember that conversation is a dance, not a solo performance. It's about give and take, listening and sharing, and finding those moments of genuine connection that make life worth living. Rule number 10. You're a conversational superstar. Congratulations, my little chatterboxes. You've reached the final chapter. You've braved the choppy waters of small talk, navigated the treacherous currents of body language, and emerged from the depths of conversational despair as a triumphant, eloquent, social butterfly. But wait, there's more! Because the journey of a true conversationalist never ends. There are always new skills to master, new techniques to refine, and new levels of conversational brilliance to achieve. First up, mastering the art of nonverbal communication. Pay attention to those subtle cues. The raised eyebrow, the knowing glance, the way someone leans in when they're truly engaged. Next up, adapting to different communication styles. Not everyone communicates in the same way. The key is to be adaptable, to read the room, and to adjust your communication style accordingly. Now let's talk about the importance of authenticity. Because at the end of the day, the most important conversational skill you can possess is the ability to be yourself. And finally, my friends, never stop learning. The world of conversation is constantly evolving, so stay curious, stay engaged, and never be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. Go forth and converse well, my little chatterboxes. It seems our time together has come to an end. But fear not, for the skills you've learned here will stay with you long after the last canopy has been devoured and the champagne flutes have been cleared away. Remember those top 10 rules, practice your active listening skills, and never underestimate the power of a genuine smile. Thanks for watching! If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on improving your communication skills. See you next time.